David, let's talk about this a bit more, the aspect that you just raised for people just tuning in, just watching, and perhaps people who have never been to Brussels or Central Europe before, the ease of access within Europe from Syria, the numbers of people who can go back and forth with with no problems at all. That, and you referenced the Times story over the and the inability, the seeming inability of authorities, not just in Brussels, but within Europe, to get a handle on the scope of these terror networks. Not necessarily the activities that we've seen today, those are hard to pinpoint, but the scope of the activities. Could you talk about that a bit?
Yeah, two things, Mike. First, modern Europe is premised on the idea that you can operate essentially with open borders. That's one of the great achievements the Europeans fought in the European Union. They have what's called the Schengen Agreement, where you're allowed to pass from one country to another. What they've realized is that they don't have a firm, hard external border so that they can see who's coming into the entire group and then do monitoring. The second thing is, within individual European cities, and Brussels is a perfect example, there are communities that essentially are no-go zones. They're typically North Africans who have come as migrants over the last few decades. As a report this morning said, in Molenbeek, which is the suburb of Brussels where Abdeslam and these other conspirators were hiding, there's what an anthropologist who studied the place called a code of silence, a code of omerta, you'd say in Italian, like in a mafia area, where people simply do not talk to outsiders. They don't talk to police. And it's been evident week after week in this chase that the Belgian authorities simply were not getting enough intelligence to be able to crack this cell. And even when they staged the raid on Friday, capture Abdeslam, there still are so many other people in motion toward today's attack at the airport. It's extraordinary how much they didn't know.